Another session of All Gases, No Breaks, man. We got the big, gentle giant, my man Malik Young here. You ready to get this gasser in? Over, back?
Yes, sir.
Let's do it, man. So, talk about how'd you get here to South Carolina? How'd you make it all the way down here to the middle part of the state and get to be a Gamecock?
I went to my first football camp, one of my first football camps ever in high school. It was like my sophomore year. My coach took me to what was at SC camp to Coach Elliott's football camp.
Yeah.
And I went to that camp, you know, at first, like, I didn't do too well at the first half of the camp, but then the second half, we did one-on-ones and stuff like that. And Coach Elliott noticed me, and he told me, he said, you may not be a SEC football player here, but it's definitely a place for you.
Oh, man.
So then that happened. Then I played my junior season, and then the spring of my junior season, he came and visited my high school, and talked to my coaches, watched my junior season highlights, and offered me.
Oh man, so then you was ready to be an SEC athlete then, man. It's crazy what a year it made. Man, so we coming up on this first turn. Let's go ahead and get this first turn in this gasser. So, man, it's crazy what a difference a year will make. You know, coach was talking about maybe you're just okay, and then you know, work back into the weight room and just really dedicated yourself. So when did you figure out that you were pretty good at football? Was football always like your first love, or was it basketball? Was it wrestling?
It really wasn't my first love, but it was something I started to love when I got into probably my 10th grade year.
Okay.
That's when I started loving football. My mom showed me this magazine that had Clowney on the cover.
Okay.
And then she always loved South Carolina. She's from Columbia.
Okay.
So then at that point, I used to love South Carolina. DJ Swearinger. I just highlight videos all the time. And then I just fell in love with the school. And when Coach Elliott offered me, I committed like a week later.
Yeah.
Clemson came to the school.
Too
Coach
late.
Caldwell
Too
came.
late.
It was way too late. So it was just something about South Carolina I love.
That's awesome, man. Shout out to moms. Moms always making sure they're always the biggest recruiter in the family. Let's take this next turn. So, kind of figured out you're pretty good at football. What's the one thing you like about football? Is it the competitiveness? Because you said that first kind of camp for you, you kind of competed and then forget about the technique. You was just out there competing.
Yeah, that's probably the main thing, competing, like winning. And like winning and losing and coming back and winning again, learning from your losses and stuff like that, progressing each year, seeing yourself get better. And that's really the main thing, competing.
Man,
that's a big competitor.
Man, I love it. I love to hear that. And so again, that's going to be the next thing for all of us is trying to keep that competitiveness and try to put it into something else. And you're a retail major. Shout out to the HRSM department. So with that, what you want to do with your degree, your retail degree, you want to get into kind of like owning your own business, maybe something, franchise?
Yeah, along the lines, I want to be a franchise. Like, I want to start learning and trying to own my own franchise someday.
Yeah, awesome.
But you know, I just want to learn the steps into getting into the business, really. But that's really my main goal with my retail degree. I got my retail degree last May, so like, with football over, if it ever ends for me, like that, even if it doesn't end for me, like that's something I'm going to do with my life. That's one of the things I really want to do with my life.
Man, that's a great thing to kind of figure out, you know, not knowing the complete pathway where you want to go, but understanding like the lessons you learn from football can be applied to something like that. So is there a certain type of franchise you like? Retail? You thinking about clothes, food? You know, I'm a big guy. If you open up a food shop, I'll be there. I'll be your first customer. But what are you looking at to do?
That's the thing I do not know.
Just trying to figure it out.
Yeah, I'm trying
well, that's the cool thing about being a competitor, man. You can always kind of figure out, you know, test out and try out and see what works and what doesn't work. And the more we do that, the more we can try to figure out some things. So one last thing, I always say this, what's one of the good memories you have, or one of your first memories about being a student at South Carolina, one of your first days on campus? You remember that first class, that first teacher, that first kind of day walking around on campus? A lot different from your high school, I'm sure.
Yeah, it was a lot different from my high school because, like, I honestly never imagined even coming to a college like this, not even just college period. So, like, just walking around, going to campus and seeing everything, like, just getting used to all that, that was, like, one of my best memories. My whole freshman year experience was, like, one of my best memories. I enjoyed my freshman year.
I always say, man, beyond the football, man, just being a college athlete, college student is always a great thing. Malik, we appreciate this full gasser, man. You got it in. I'm the one sweating. He's still cool as a cucumber, man. All gases, no breaks. The man Malik Young.